Hello everyone! I got a lot of requests for fantasy books recommendations. Sometimes we humans are wrapped too tight in our own messiness. Sometimes when we escape into books, we are really escaping the ugliness of our small world, and we want to see how gods are living their timeless lives, how other universes are handling their own chaos. But I bet at this point you've read too many Greek mythology adaptations. May I suggest the wonderful realm of Chinese mythology? Before you start, let me highlight some main differences between Chinese and Greek mythology. And I'm only using Greek mythology as a symbolic representation of Western mythologies, and Chinese as Eastern mythology. But of course, there are so many more wonderful mythologies out there, all featuring the diversity of our ancestors. So check them out. First, most Chinese gods are not related. All Greek gods are related in their twisted ways. I still remember my jaw-dropping reaction when I first read Greek mythology. One's mother can later become his wife, so should their children call her mom or grandma? If you are looking for romance in original Chinese mythology, you will be disappointed. Love is not a taboo, but a private matter in Chinese culture. We exercise it, experience it, live it every day, but we do not talk about it, at least not in public. I know that many recent books adapted that part, changed that part, adding romance features to the stories, which is a fun thing to read. Second, Chinese mythology is strongly influenced by Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. It emphasizes harmony, balance, and the cyclical nature of life, such as yin and yang. Greek mythology emphasizes conflict, heroism, and morality. One example, the creation myth in China includes Pangu separating heaven and earth, and Nuwa, the only being on earth at that time, got so bored, so lonely in this new world, so she made muddy little figures, creating humanity in this process. On the other hand, Greek creation myth center on a supreme deity or divine conflict, such as Kronos swallowed his own children and the Olympians eventually overthrew Titan. Third, Chinese mythology features a bureaucratic heavenly order. It has an imperial court with the Jade Emperor as the supreme ruler. All gods have their specific duties, such as gods of rivers, mountains, agriculture, seas. And many gods were not gods in birth, but promoted. Some were human, historical figures, and others very commonly are nature spirits, plants, and animals. The monkey king was born from a rock. He's a monkey and became a Buddha in the end. So you see, a lot of gods having animal or human forms, their jobs are very practical, like governing a specific mountains or rivers or seas. And once they become gods, they eliminate their human emotions. That said, the classics Journey to the West depicts some gods as vain, mean, and unfair, forever changes the narrative of Chinese mythology. That's what makes the book so fun to read. Greek mythology have more poetic, or should we say vague job titles. Some of them are in charge of concepts instead of actual things like love, jealousy, marriage, and family, god of desire and erotic love, even god of peaceful death. Trust me, it's such a culture shock to us. And Greek gods are even worse than human when it comes to their desires. They mirror and exaggerate human flaws compared to Chinese gods being a perfect role model for a human. Fourth, this is also the least known difference, is that Chinese mythology is full of fantastical beasts and mythical creatures. The classics of mountains and seas, 山海经, is said to be the oldest natural history book in human history, and also the foundation of Chinese mythology. It features so many mythical creatures. Some can be traced to species living today. Others are just fantastical, like a fox with nine tails, a fish with wings, a mountain god that features human face and goat body, goddess turned birds, dragons that bring flood, and a phoenix that brings peace and prosperity. May I shamelessly plug in my own book, The Phoenix's Prophecy. This book is based on ancient Chinese mythology, published last year, sold everywhere in the world. You can find a paperback in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. The Kindle version is currently free for Kindle Unlimited members. I believe Audible version is also free for members, but this may vary in different regions, so please check. It's a middle-grade fantasy novel written for my 10-year-old son, who is a big fan of Greek mythology. I wrote it so he can see the world is bigger than he thinks, that there are many different mythologies reflecting different philosophical and cultural roots. But since it's published 3 months ago, I am so overwhelmed to receive positive feedbacks from not only kids but grown-ups. I'm a small-time indie author, and this is by no means a bestseller, but all your kind words made me feel like swimming in a dream in the past couple of months. I've been thinking a lot about how to promote my book and put little into action because I'm too shy in real life to put myself out there. So let me tell you 2 things that my readers appreciate and I am personally really proud of. First, I do not want to write another action-packed adventure book for boys. Excitement is great, but its expiration date also comes fast. The books I still remember from my childhood are those that made me think, those seemingly ordinary moments that touched a chord in my heart. So yes, I wrote about surviving in a pristine bubble universe. With some monsters, some gods, a lot of running around. Those were just tools to hook my son, not my point. My message is embedded in the quiet moments. It's those small and quiet streams that will eventually flow into one's heart, then to your veins, and eventually to the mind. I also do not want to write another hero story, which is what my son specifically requested. I did not let the main character slay a dragon or save a princess. Those books sell well, I know, but the market does not need another book like that, especially not from an indie author. One thing I realized when I grew up is that there is a thin line between heroes and villains. People with good intentions sometimes do bad things. So no, I do not want my son to dream about being a hero, or to behave like a hero, or pretend to be a hero, or even to admire a hero. I want him to do small good things in everyday life, to have skin of a dinosaur, a heart of gold, and a mind that can take in the whole world. So this is the end of my shameless plug. I hope people can get to know more about Chinese mythology because it's really a wonderful, wonderful thing. Bye.